You don't have to agree with anything I believe to see that what's happening right now is not good for this city. A little over 2 weeks ago, on October 9th, there was a journalist in my church from Sweden. Yes, I have her contact information if anyone wants to verify that. She spoke with a member of my staff saying that she lives in Stockholm. She was staying in Washington, D.C., writing an article about the United States post-Roe v. Wade, and the question was put, well, then why did you drive to Bristol, Virginia? And she said, because everyone is talking about Bristol. She spoke to several national journalists in D.C., and they all told her, if you really want to see what's going on, you need to go to Bristol. 2 days ago, I read an article in The Independent. That's a publication in the UK. And they wrote an article all about Bristol, Virginia, and this community's response to having an abortion clinic here. We're famous. Our city is becoming famous for all the wrong reasons. We've gone from being the best kept secret in Virginia to being talked about in over half a dozen states. We know that we have a clinic operating here, somewhat small operation in our city already, but they're becoming known in Tennessee, Kentucky, West Virginia, Southern Ohio, and beyond. The Women's Clinic in Jackson, Mississippi, that was at the center of the recent Dobbs decision, is now publishing a list on their website of where people can go to find abortion services, and the very top of their list is Bristol, Virginia. We are becoming famous for this. I mean, what does that mean, that now we are becoming this multi-state abortion provider? Well, it means more that they're going to be doing more than just attracting clients from out of state and greatly expanding their operation. We've already seen that they're attracting journalists from outside the state and outside the country. Soon they'll be bringing in activists on both sides of this argument from faraway states as well. People who drive the farthest are going to be the most passionate. More chance that we'll be attracting radicalized extremists to this city that we don't need. I know many people have heard about the Jane's Revenge attacks and the firebombing, the vandalism. The more well-known we are for this, the more we're going to attract that kind of thing. So what I want to close and say, the city is right now betting on a lot of things. The city very much needs some things like Hard Rock to be successful, and I dearly hope that it is. But as much as we're counting on it, do we really want this kind of drama going on right across the street from them? I wonder how the corporate leadership at Hard Rock feels about that. All I'm asking you is to just take some time to consider exactly what this means for the future of Bristol and what the future could be if we don't make the right choices for our city. Thank you for the time.
And I am here to give you the perspective of a woman who's had an abortion. When I was 17, I found out I was pregnant, and I went to my guidance counselor at school. He directed me to a phone book and gave me the number of an abortion clinic outside of my state. In my state at the current time, there was a law that said I had to be 18 or have parental consent to have an abortion. He directed me to go out of state to New Jersey, and he excused me from school on the day of my abortion. He cashed a check of mine out of school funds for my abortion. He excused the girl that I took with me from school. And I just want to let you know that when young women and girls find themselves with an unexpected pregnancy, they are easily manipulated into doing something that they will regret for the rest of their lives. It is our responsibility and your responsibility as citizens of this nation and of this city to help them have the option to make the better decision, the decision that they won't regret for their whole lives, the decision to choose life.
I'm a 59-year-old woman. I have been a preschool teacher and a caregiver in my home of children since I was 16 years old. I am not over it. When I was 16 years old, I became pregnant. And a doctor's recommendation to my parents was abortion. On a winter morning, they packed me up and drove me to Roanoke and took me into a clinic there. I can tell you what the room looked like. I can tell you what it smelled like. I can tell you what my nurse looked like, but the doctor never said a word to me.
And we are ground zero. And I'm hoping that this council sees just how important this really is. It is life or death.